typically at conferences like this, we spend a lot of time just kind of sitting and listening. So if it's all right with you, I'm going to ask you to do one or two things today. Is that all right with you? Okay. So we're going to model for you what we'd like you to do. Ted, are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Hold my wrist, if you would, with your right hand. Okay. Put your left hand here. And when I say go, I would like you to bend my arm by gradually increasing the pressure that you use. I don't want you to do it suddenly because then it'll be hard to gauge the effort. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep my arm straight. And I'm going to try and gauge the amount of effort it takes for me to keep my arm straight. Now, you're with Oracle? You're with Oracle? Okay, and I know a little bit about the culture at Oracle. So, Ted, let's be very clear. I want my arm bent this way. I don't want you doing stuff like All right, off you go. All right, so you can get it to about there. And then what we'll do
I was really trying.
Is we'll switch over. We're going to repeat the exercise in a moment. So, Ted, I want you to do exactly what you did the first time. Just keep increasing the effort you use and get my arm bent as far as you can. But what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to imagine I have a light beam coming out of my fingers, like a laser beam. So you know how some lasers work. They burn holes in things. So I'm going to imagine the light beam connecting with the wall and smoke and flames coming out of the wall. And I'm going to ignore what Ted does. Place your hands ready, but I'll nod my head when I'm ready for you to start. Yeah, just like you did before. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Now, be careful because you competitors, because of what you've just seen, you're going to be sorely tempted to change what you do. How many of you had a similar experience to the one that Ted and I had, that it was either a little easier to keep your arm straight the second time and or harder to bend your partner's arm? Can I get a show of hands? All right, let me walk you through what's happening there. The first time you did it, how many of you felt yourself or saw your partner tighten up some of their face muscles? Again, let's get a show of hands, because as intelligent people, we know how important these muscles are in terms of keeping your elbows straight. How many of you clenched your fist the first time? Okay, physiologists will tell you the muscles that work the fist have a 2 or 3% effect on the elbow. So in your attempt to execute performance here, you're using muscles that have little or no effect on what you're trying to do, which is a waste of energy. It's inefficient, isn't it? Yeah, that's still not the whole story. How many of you tightened this muscle the first time? Do you know what this one does? Yes, thank you for the gesture. Its sole purpose is to bend the elbow, which is the very thing that you're trying to prevent. So you're not just being inefficient, you're being ineffective at the same time. So what we did the second time is we changed your mental state to a state of focus, which I've come to believe is the defining difference around human performance.